YouTube, Nick, what good? Uh, uh. What good, YouTube? What good, Nick? Your man Snouty. What's good? You don't know, but what good? You know, about to tell a story time, right? So, story time about. All right, so it was this female, right? It was in 2013. Yeah, 2013, right? So yeah, I'm in North Carolina, right? Just remember my other video, I was like, shout out North Carolina. Like this story that I'm about to tell you guys is what really like had me drawn into this. This is one of the relationships in my life that literally swallowed me when I was in North Carolina, right? This is what got me like thinking what I think of North Carolina, right? Interesting story. Like I was in this relationship. It's a relationship type of story, right? So I'm new to North Carolina, right? The beginning of 2013, and it was this clerk, right, that worked at my administration office. You know that I was going to be hired to what I was going to be working at, and like she was like on her shit, like she was the go-to type of the entire like area that we was in. So I was like, okay, great. I know which female I'm gonna talk to as soon as I get the chance to. Right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, she looked like she got her stuff together. She's nice and well put together, right? And I shot my shot, and of course she told me no. I was like, okay, great. My feelings isn't not hurt or anything. It's just great. So I'm like, okay, like a few months passed by. Like I kind of like I came on strong, and she was like, nah, I'm good. And then like over time, I realized like, damn, I came on quite strong. I should ease in a little bit, right? I should ease in. So that's exactly what ended up happening. I ended up slowly but surely like making hints like, yeah, I still like you, you can always call me like if you need anything, like just hit me up, like I'm here. Like, don't get me wrong, bitch. I need that dry, I need the fucking panties out. But now though, like I finally hit her up one day when she like, cause every morning I would say, yeah, so how you feeling this morning? How you feeling? Like, and that was, she never got that from anybody that she was working with. So she was like, damn, this guy, he's new and he's genuinely like listening to me. Which was a bit of a mistake on my part now that I look back on it, but long story short, it worked. And yeah, I finally got to her heart, right? So boom, I ended up, because I was so used to females like rejecting me. When she finally told me yes, like she would go out with me, I was like, all right, I'm definitely lost now for some reason. I didn't know she was gonna say yes. Like it was totally unexpected. So I'm like, okay, great. And it was like, I don't even remember the date or anything. I think the date was at her house. She was like, come to my house and we're gonna eat there and we're gonna talk there, right? So that's what ended up happening, right? And over time we dated and stuff, and during that time period, I had like a great friend out there. He was, relatively up there when it comes to the hierarchy of the social hierarchy and economically, well put together type of shit. And here, let me get a little bit informal here. Hold on here. Hold on. All right. So yeah, man. And what is you talking about? I eat healthy. I still eat healthy, man. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. So I ended up dating her, my best friend, right? My best friend didn't know I was dating her for like a few months at that time period. So, boom, me and him, we kicking it like usual, like, but just in the office, right? And he's like, yeah, man, it's this one female, and she works on the other side of the area that we work in, right? So he's like, man, dude, and he was telling me this for probably some weeks. He was like, yeah, man, it's this one female I just can't get enough of. And I'm like, dang, man, y'all remember you mentioned this a few days ago. Alright, man, what's up with you, bro? Because we were both single guys. He was in his 30s, I was in my 20s at the time. And yeah, he just kept mentioning like, man, yeah, this girl. And he put her up on Facebook. This was when Facebook was really like just starting to pop off the way it is today. It wasn't even as developed as a software as today, but he was like, yeah, man, this girl, like, I just want to talk to her and I just want to approach her, like, for weeks. And I'm like, okay, you just keep telling me about this female. Who is she? And he finally had the courage to come and be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna show you some pictures of her, but don't judge me, bro. I know she's above my league. She's above both of our. he was like, yeah, man, we suck as human beings. Like, me and you would never in our entire life, or the entire existence of our lives, would ever like even fantasize. Even in our dreams, she would reject us. And I'm like, okay, all right, just show me, man. I don't. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. And so he put her up, and it was her. It was the female I was dating. It was my girl. And he was like, look at her. Look, oh, she's dreamy. He was like, oh, like even looking at the pictures, he was like, oh. And I was like, dude, yeah, oh, I know her name. He was like, what's her name? I told her name. I told him her name, and I was like, yeah, man, she got like 3 kids. She was a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I had low standards. I had, but yeah, and as you can see, it didn't work out. And that was my fault. I was young. But she was a baby mom. She had kids, and I was like, I know where she live at too. And he was like, damn, you know a lot about her. I only seen her a few times, but the first few times I did see that she was well put together. She was nice, and she's very attractive. I mean, and she was banging hot to be, late 20s at the time. She was older than me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I felt gifted, like when I was talking to her, because everybody wanted her, right? And I was the one, this new kid, right, that's fresh in the state, finally got with her, and it was like, yeah, damn, she got kids, what, her age and all this shit, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, bro, it's something I haven't been telling you in about 4 or 5 months now, and that's I've been dating her. That's the girl I've been dating. And he was like, bah! He couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, prove it. And I pulled up my Facebook page at the time. I pulled up my Facebook page at the time. And he was like, holy shit. Dude, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm so sorry, dude. I didn't know. Why you didn't tell me? We're boys. We're friends. We're supposed to. And I'm like, dude, the relationship took off so fast. I'm still trying to process the whole. She told me yes. I can't believe that. Like, I can't believe. Like, I'm just as shocked as you. Like, I'm still so shocked. 4 or 5 months later, I'm still like in still trying to catch myself, right? And yeah, like it was rather a shocker for him. But yeah, the story time was pretty much about keeping relationships secret. Me personally, I think relationships should I'm not a really big public affection type of guy, you know. But shortly after he found out, everybody that we worked with found out. And it's not that we was keeping it a secret, it's just that, you know, it was just private. It was just some private shit. Like, we didn't want to announce it. Like, no one gets in a relationship and at their job and then announce it to everybody that they're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, if you find out, you find out. If you don't, you don't type of shit. We wasn't really on some, like, let's announce it. Let's, at the next company meeting or something like that, let's, you know, we're going to get everyone's attention and announce that we're the couple of the whole company, right? Of the whole fucking battalion type shit. Like, it was just, you know, and yeah, like, everybody found out, even our higher ups. Once the higher ups found, because at first I was the wimpy, like, get him out of here type of shit. Oh, you're black, get out of here type of shit. But as soon as they found out I was with her, everyone was like, oh, Zanote, 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 Zanote. So yeah, it's funny. But now I'm single.